Yo, so on, guys, it's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and the Houston Astros will play the Chicago White Sox for the series opener of a three-game series. Game is 66 for the Houston Astros. They're now 36-29 after the two-game road trip. I'm very impressed with the road trip. The Astros have been terrible this year on the road, and they managed to win two series on the road. Two 2-1 series they got in this six-game road trip. It's crazy. Last time this team played at home, it was June 1st, because this was a six-game road trip with 2 days off. So the Astros are now back at home on June 10th, when they have not played at home since June 1st. So I'm excited to see this team back at home. It's where they play their best baseball. 22-12 at home, 10 games over. You look at 11 series on the year for the Astros. They've won 9 of 11, and they've only lost 1 of 11. They have 9 series, 1 out of 11. 1 series tie, which was the last series the Astros played, was against Tampa. They tied 2. They split the series to 2 apiece, and then the 1 series loss was when the Astros got swept by the Giants. The Astros have not lost a series at home since that second series at home. And they've won 9 of 11. They've 10 of the 11 series they've played at home, they have not lost. Amazing baseball that's been played at home this year compared to previous seasons. And so that's great. And you'd hope the Astros can continue that, get back on the winning streak of winning series at home. Obviously, they haven't lost going back to the second series of the season, but that winning streak did end when the Astros tied with the Rays in that last series at the end of May, and the last game was June 1st. So let's get into what this lineup looks like today for the Astros. Lance McCullers Jr. will be on the mound. He'll be going up against the White Sox, where he made not his major league debut. It's where he made his season debut this year in Chicago. He went 4 innings, did give up a terrible 4 walks, and I think it was like 4 hits or something like that. But no earned runs given up for Lance McCullers. The Astros did lose that game, but that was because things went sideways after Lance McCullers left the game. That start, he wasn't that bad against the White Sox. That was on the road in Chicago in not so great weather. You're back at home in Houston. I think Lance looks 10 times more comfortable now in his last 3 or 4 starts with how much better he's been recently compared to where he started with that first couple starts. Did he go 4 innings in Chicago with no earned runs given up? But the command was terrible in that first start. He gave up 4 walks, had a huge issue of getting in the strike zone. And you saw that in this first couple of starts. We know what happened for the Astros, against Cincinnati, how bad that outing was, and a couple of the outings after that. So I think with what we've seen from Lance in his last 3-4 starts, compared to where it started with him, it's much more better. He's more comfortable, and he should be more comfortable at home compared to, a bad weather day in Chicago. That game got called. That game didn't even fully complete. So it was nasty weather. The weather's fine in Houston today, so I think this should be a better outing for Lance compared to his last outing against Chicago. And he's been great his last couple starts. Went 6 innings with like 7 or 8 strikeouts last outing, and didn't give up any earned runs. Got his first win since coming back from his injury. Outing before that got a high. His highest amount of strikeouts in years, 12 strikeouts in 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. And the outing before that gave up like 2 earned runs and 4 2/3 with 8 strikeouts against Seattle. So his last couple outings, strikeouts have been really high. Earned runs have been down. So like only 5 earned runs in his last 3 starts. Let's get into what this lineup looks like today for the Astros. Jeremy Pena is at leadoff at shortstop. It's staying the same. Esau's at 2 at third base. Jose Altuve's at 3 at second base. Yair Diaz is at 4 spot at DH. And Christian Walker is at the 5 spot. So Walker is going down to 5. He was at the 3 spot last game because the Astros gave Altuve the day off. And so now with Yanner Diaz is getting a move up at 4, and Christian Walker is going to 5. I like that. Jake Myers coming off a 4-hit game is at the 6th spot. I think that you consider that to be the best game of Jake Myers' season if it wasn't for the game he had in Chicago about a month ago. What we saw from Jake in that game against Chicago is I think it's going to be one of my favorite moments of the season. And then Victor Caratini's at the 7th spot at catcher. Ken Smith is at 8 at right. And at 9 in left field is Jacob Melton. So we'll see how this goes for the Astros with this lineup today. You guys let me know your thoughts on the Astros game today as they play regular season game number 66. Trying to get back on the win column. They had won 3 in a row and lost the series finale. So hopefully they can start a new winning streak, back at home for 6 games. The video, hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Astros.